What's up, people? This is C1 back on YouTube after a long break, and I felt like making a video today, so that's what I'm gonna do while I'm playing Borderlands. So what I want to talk about is the state of video games as it is today. We all heard about the Star Wars Battlefront debacle, which by now has been fixed. 99% fixed, I'll say. 90%, whatever you want to call it. And we heard about Destiny 2, how they tricked us into thinking we was getting something and we didn't get any of that. And now they're scrambling trying to fix stuff over a long period of time. And we hear about all other stuff going on with video games these days. So now you got all this government intervention, you got all this video game, the players versus the video game makers. And you got all this it's all this crap, man. That is just, and I think it's all unnecessary. It really is.
Get back to the bloodshot jam and try hopping your way in again.
You got video game makers actually saying that prohibiting loot boxes in video games is censorship. They will go all out for these loot boxes. Like, if y'all do loot boxes right, then who cares? But if you do them where you purchase loot boxes and you don't know what you're getting, that time is over. Obviously, everybody was sick of it, and they proved that. But y'all, they defend them so heavily. And that, to me, that's a slap in the face. It really is. Like, we're gonna do loot boxes no matter what you think, no matter how it screws you, no matter how it messes up the game, which is the most important thing, I think. We want these loot boxes in the game. Like, I think if Mario was made by Activision or Bungie, it would have loot boxes. Mario, Zelda, Sonic. What else? What else is a ridiculous game that would have a loot box in it? I don't know. Gran Turismo. If it don't have it already, I don't know. I ain't played the new Gran Turismo. Just stupid stuff, man. And they would defend it with their life because it makes them a ton of money. And making money is fine. But when making money is the sole purpose of the game, of you making the game, then there's a problem. Because then the game, it will suffer. That's just the long and short of it. So this is my thing. Why is all this government intervention? Why is all this happening? Maybe I was in that one, who knows? But why is that even necessary? Here's what you do to fix this. It's very simple. If they keep going this route, they keep saying loot boxes is how we'll make our game at the cost of the game being good. If things like Eververse takes precedence over making good content, for a game like that. Let me tell you something about Destiny. Destiny could have took over the first-person genre, in my opinion, if they did the game right. They could have. I think they could have blown Call of Duty and all of them out of the water. If they just continue the path they was on with Destiny, the money was there already. The DLC would have been bought, no problem. Hell, if they did Eververse, if Eververse wasn't the main focus of the game, people would have even used it. Like, if the game content was even on par with Destiny 1, it didn't even have to be better. It just had to be the same. You add a few new tweaks in. Will people have been upset? Of course. People always be upset about something. But you wouldn't have got near the backlash you got for what you did with Destiny 2. And this whole thing would have been yours. Like, Bungie would have took over. But the way they went, Bungie's struggling now. Like, we gonna make the quick money, and then make the game good, like they did with Destiny 1. Let's be honest, just like they did with Destiny 1. We gonna make the quick money. We gonna do it again, and we are gonna make Eververse the main focus of the game. Eververse was the main focus of Destiny 2, and it was so clear it was ridiculous. I'm really surprised she didn't sell guns, and I mean sell like with silver, which in Destiny world that's money. That's dollars. That's real money. So that's the whole thing. They worried about how much they could make, and which is fine. That, don't get me wrong, that is fine when you worry about how much you can make. But what they didn't worry about was the game itself. And that's where the problem was. The game suffered too much. And I know when, like, you got YouTubers that don't even pick up Destiny no more. Are you serious? YouTubers not playing Destiny? You still got a few out there. But when Gadalion came on and said, I'm not playing Destiny 2 no more because long and short of it, the game sucks. That's pretty much what he said. And he wasn't the only one. He wasn't the only known one. And you think that'd make Destiny jump type? I guess it kind of did, but Destiny's they fixing the game. That little credit I could give them, but they didn't have to do that. They already had the formula, and they dialed it way back. And we're gonna go backwards, and we're gonna make this game so frustrating. Not difficult. This game's not hard. It's frustrating. And then we're gonna put a lot of pretty things in Eververse. Ooh, this is pretty. I'm gonna buy it with silver. Only buy it with silver now. mind you. Nothing else. How you put this? How you put something in the game that cannot be earned in game and can only be bought with silver? They actually did that. And that's where Eververse became what Destiny is all about. The game should have been called Destiny 2 Eververse. That's what it should have been called. Like, that's it. Every DLC should have been about protecting Eververse. They're trying to destroy Eververse. We must protect it at all costs. And it's so frustrating. It's just ridiculous. Then you go into the game. This is how you know they didn't care about the game. Like, say, I like to do strikes a lot. I just go in and do strikes. I do one strike, get it done, queues up, the same strike comes on. I'm like, okay, this happens. You know, Destiny 1 did this. That's okay. But see, the thing is, they fixed it in Destiny 1. Why is it in Destiny 2? Why is that even a thing? So now they fixed it in Destiny 2. Like, what are they thinking over there? So many problems that was in Destiny 1 or in Destiny 2 that they solved in Destiny 1. Like, and how can you not sit back and say, did they even give a damn about this game? Why did they even make this? I don't understand. The shooting was terrible. The guns were terrible. The exotics were terrible. Everything in the game was terrible. Granted, still a fun game overall. But the game just felt so restricted. Like every time you play it, like, do I need something to make this better? Or is this just how it is? Like, I can't do anything about this. It's like, man, that's an example. Bungie and Destiny are an example of what games are doing now. Basically, these games are giving you less for the sequel and making you buy more. Street Fighter, a very good example of what I'm talking about. I am a Street Fighter fanboy, have been since I was 92. How old was I at 92? 10. Street Fighter 2 came out and I was like, this is the god of video games. But we won't go into the history. Let's fast forward to Street Fighter 5. When Street Fighter 5 came out, first of all, they got rid of arcade mode. And he was like, what? Where's arcade mode? They try to justify this by, we have a story mode, which was terrible. Capcom just stopped trying to make people act or stop writing dialogue because you're terrible at it. You really are. At least in Street Fighter. Like, I've seen you, Resident Evil, well, so at Resident Evil. I've seen you write good stories, but in Street Fighter, people just go retarded for some reason. Anyway, you got rid of arcade mode. The game came out with what? I might be generous. 16 characters? online, you can only fight one-on-one in a battle lounge. And man, it's like, what is this game? That's the trend. Here, pay $60, and we're gonna give you the bare minimum. And then what? $90 later, I have every character they ever came out with. That's not including the costumes I bought. Or what else? I'll get distracted. But that's the trend now. That's video games now. We're gonna make a video game, charge $60 for it, and it gives you less than the previous video game. That is the trend of video games now. And I said all this, and I'm gonna get to my point right now. I'm dragging on. If everybody wanna change what's going on with video games, there's only one solution. Just one. Just stop buying the games that still do this. Just stop buying them. Destiny 3 come out, don't buy it. Battlefront 3 come out, don't buy it. Street Fighter. Much I love Street Fighter. They practice the same thing, don't buy it.
Alright, let's keep this going.
That's the only way you get through to anybody, is to mess with their pockets. The problem is these video games think that we need them. And that's just not the case. They think that we need them more than they need us. Like, there is no way we would ever just stop playing video games, just stop buying them, so we can do anything we want. That's their mentality. So what if not even all of them, not even half, just a quarter of their fan base not buy the video games? What do you think they're gonna do? Because you're no longer giving them a choice. Because that's gonna hurt them. I give Capcom a lot of credit. I just talked about Street Fighter. Monster Hunter is one of the best games to come out in a long time, and I haven't even played it. That's a funny thing. But just the reviews and what a lot of my friends are saying about it, which was a tell. A lot of my friends say the game is very good. There's not anything extra you have to purchase. They have microtransactions, sure, but nothing that affects the game. And it's not the main focus of the game. Not even close. Of course, I have to test it out for myself, but I've never been a Monster Hunter player, but neither have most of the people playing it now. So I said I was gonna buy the game. I didn't yet. That's my bad. So I'm just going off what people telling me. The game's gotten good reviews from people I know and people online, media outlets who y'all watch all the time. Everybody. So right now I have to take their word for it that this game did it right. So I mean, I just hope that example is followed. And these stubborn game developers just don't keep doing what they're doing. If they keep doing what they're doing, they're gonna fail. And I hate to see that because I love video games. And to have a game like Borderlands, what I'm playing right now, suffer because of the stupid developers. Stupid not even developers all the time. What do you call it? With Activision, not really a developer. They're a distributor, producer, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the lingo, but if they keep doing that, because I know Bungie is only partly responsible for what's going on. I know Activision probably had their hands deep in this. Ooh. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. If we keep letting them do this, we keep just buying it blindly. I'm guilty of it too. I see a game, I get it. But if we keep doing that, we keep letting these pre-order bonuses, whatever, get to us, and we buy the game before it even comes out, and just because we want the pre-order stuff, and we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And they're going to keep doing this, and nothing's going to get solved. We're going to keep coming back to this whole complaining about them screwing us. And they'll just keep doing it because we keep buying their stuff. And that's just what it is. If y'all want it to change, you gotta make it change. And, the game developers are somewhat waking up, but I don't think it's over, not at all. I think they're gonna keep trying to get what they can out of us, as much as they can, and that's just gonna be what it is. If we want it to change, we gotta make it change. Stop buying their stuff. Anyway, this is C1, man. I hope I informed somebody today. If I informed one person, this video did its job. Oh, okay. Ow. So this is C1, man. I'm getting into this game. I'm sorry, y'all. This is C1. Till the next video. Might be a while. I don't know. I don't really make videos like I used to. But until the next one, be mindful of what y'all buying. Don't let them get away with this. Oh, why did I do that? Don't let them get away with what they've been getting away with. And I'll see y'all next time.